I'm not doing a whole video about the back of the headshots, mate. You know what I mean? Stop donating now, guys. Stop donating now, please, because you will crash it, and we're peaking right now. So stop. Or I'm not reading them. I like you, but McGregor's as dirty as Chandler, and you glaze him. I don't care. I don't care. It's not about him being dirty in the fight. I just don't want Chandler in the spotlight, sorry. He's been given everything in his career, dude. Tony Ferguson won 12 fights in a row in the UFC, didn't get a title shot once in his career. Chandler came in, won his debut against Dan Hooker, got a title shot. Then they gave him Charles Oliveira, lost that fight. Then what does he bounce back against? Or Justin Gaethje. Then he gets Tony Ferguson. He gets Poirier. Now he gets Oliveira again after being set up for the McGregor fight. Him, there are other fighters way more deserving in the sport than him. Hap to Ace after being Tom jumps into the cage after fight so Casual MMA can see the interim champ face to face with Tom, the real heavyweight champion. All right, quick glazing. I don't think he's here anymore. Prime Rampage Jackson versus Anthony Rumble Smith. Who wins? Rampage. No, probably Rumble. Probably Rumble. Yeah, Rumble. Rampage wouldn't go for a takedown on him. He'd be stuck on the feet with a prime Rumble Johnson. I'd probably go Rumble, though. Orban tweeted you. Let's go, Orban! Please be nice. I swear to God, if it's a horrible tweet about how horrible I am. I love you, Orban, dude. Please, no. I did diminish the reasons why he didn't like me. I said because he didn't like me once. We just shook up the world, brother. He didn't tweet at me. Why are you lying, man? Oh, he did. Okay, there you go. I don't hate you, brother. Thank you, Guru. It's all banter here, big fella. Wow, you backed up. You did. This wasn't banter. Oh, no. He's walking back stuff here, Rob and Elliott, dude. I don't hate you, brother. Thank you, Guru. It's all banter here, big fella. Don't talk bad on the promo. I'd rather you say the knockout. Based, Orban Elliott. He's walking it back, dude. Orban Elliott, that was not banter. He was defending against for Nina Drama, dude. This was... You weren't quite banter, dude, but it's all good. Respect to Orban Elliott. I see it, dude. Orban Elliott. Stand your base, Eddie. He's in on a single leg here. Watch the guillotine of Jim Miller, and he's on it. Miller's on the guillotine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he taps him with a guillotine. I'm predicting fights. Let's go, Jim Miller. What a nerd Damon Jackson is, dude. How the fuck has that dude won so many fights in his UFC career, dude? Jim fucking Miller, dude! Let's go! We're making it to UFC 400. Wow, how the fuck has Damon Jackson won so many fights? Papa Jim got to hold it down for people this weekend. Yeah, what the fuck is that tattoo on his back? I don't know, trying to convince people his posture's straight. Damon has negative traps. Reminds me of Nico Price. Yeah. Miller sub win. Clean from Jim Miller, dude. Another wrong prediction from me. We're going to sweep the main card. Jackson looks like if you drew $10. May fucking stand your base. Tell him, Lucas, yeah? Big meaty hooks. Thank you for the $2. Soldier Cope Hill said Khalil's not on his level. I kind of like what Jamal Hill's doing, I'm going to be honest with you. Because I wouldn't care if he wasn't saying any of this. So I don't actually mind that he's going full Hill. He's going Jamal Hill. Who's your favorite commentator? I don't know anymore. I don't listen to commentary. I think typically Paul Felder is pretty good, but sometimes when he's in the presence of a bigger name on commentary, he gets dragged down to their level. That's right, chat. Felder, when he's amongst lesser names on commentary, is goated. But when Felder is amongst a DC or a Rogan, he gets like dragged down to their level to try and like have a conversation with them, try and be funny. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones. So Felder, when he's amongst lesser names on commentary. Like if it's a Felder, Fitzgerald, and Bisping maybe, or a Cruz, that's like a goated mix, honestly. Maybe without Bisping. Like a Felder, Cruz, and Fitzgerald combo might be probably one of the better commentary triple up. Who's your... I've already read it. What fighters that has been retired or will retire would be a good commentator to replace Joe or DC? Who would be a good commentator, chat? You know what? Auralis, I absolutely understand. I always thought Aljo would be a decent commentator. I've also thought, no, you can't have too heavy of an Aussie accent on commentary. Dillashaw would have been good, but he's never getting invited on. Not Dustin Poirier, way too brain damaged at this point, no offense. Aljo would be all right. Dillashaw, no, because of the roid stuff. People would just trash him, but Dillashaw is really good. No, Usman's dumb and he's just be biased. No, not GSP's fucking voice. No chance. Wonderboy, no. Wonderboy wouldn't know. No, I don't think Wonderboy would thrive there. Someone who's like knows how to be serious, chat. No, Corey's got too like pathetic of a voice for commentary. The most pathetic voice available would be Cruz. Ariel responded to your impression of him. I saw, but I'm done just snapping at anyone who references me on Twitter at this point, mate. Thank you for the $2. Kind of feels like I'm punching down when it comes to Ariel. Impression of Gaziev telling Sanko that he swallowed Shavkat to impress her. Yeah. Thank you for the $5. I mean, I don't know. Isn't it weird how Ariel's all of a sudden like non-stop referencing me? I feel like he's trying to extend the olive branch. I'm not taking it. Fuck him. O'Malley Lay was great when he commentated at a boxing fight. He was quite good on that. I remember that. That was the... Fuck, what boxing... Was that Haney Garcia? I think it was, wasn't it? Wasn't he commentating on that? Or was that a different thing? Maybe a Jake Paul fight? Might have been a Jake Paul or a KSI. It might have actually been an influencer fight. Nate Masvidal it was. Yeah, it was Nate Masvidal, true. Diaz Masvidal. Last Samurai Hardy commentates B Leagues. Sure. Someone get me a clip of that. That'd be cool. I like Spanian. I've seen his videos. Dan the Last Samurai Hardy commentates B Leagues. Yeah. Yeah, if someone can get a Spanian clip of him mentioning that, I'd like to see it. Was John versus Stipe a worse matchup than Brock versus Couture? Yes, cuz. Is it cool if... But no, worse, because Brock isn't Jones. On the podcast, if you keep yapping. Joe Rogan, yeah, I won't, dude. Yuck. Dan Hardy's ayahuasca journey. Do you remember when we caught Dan Hardy lying about his fights in China? When he went to a temple with the monks and he made a sword out of plastic and shit like that. Do you guys remember what? Do you think that's why Dan Hardy really hates me? Dan Hardy made up a story. Oh, dude, we need to find that now. When he made a sword out of bits of sticks and mud in the ground and he practiced on the temple grounds and with the monks, and the Shaolin monks saw him there every day and shit like this. Do you guys remember? No one knows about this? Where is it, man? It was on the blurb of like some story that he was telling once. And I like read it out and it was so embarrassing, yeah. And he probably flipped out from then. Shaolin Hardy, yeah. He was talking about being in the mountains of China. Dude, we need to find this. That's wiped from the internet by now. Musical, you would know what the route to find that. That's old news, yeah. I think I found it. Send it on IG, dude. I'll read it now. Oh, I'm going now. The video's up. Send it. If you send it now, I'll read it now and then we'll go. You're completely wrong about Jones being the GOAT. Dan Hardy recounts time training at a Shaolin temple in China. Yeah, shall I read it now? I've got it. I'm a Jobin at heart. Just fuck with the channel, bro. Oh, okay. Ban me low. I'll go dive board and watch an Ariel Hawani. Sorry. When you knocking out Schmier? Oh, when he makes the press conference massive again. I ran into Spanian the other day. Shut up, guys. Actually massive, way bigger than he looks in videos. He's my size, I think. He's just shy of Pereira. Remember the UK news article about the cereal? Okay. I'll never forget that old Shed stream where you finally caved in and did the Guru Shuffle for donos. I never did it. Right. Let me read this. Thank you for the $10, though, dude. Thank you all. Right. This is Dan Hardy, yeah? Shaolin Temple in China. 19 years old, 13 years into my martial arts training, practicing forms with the straight sword between morning and afternoon training sessions. I wasn't there long enough for the Sifus to begin my sword training, but my determination and stubbornness was too great. I pieced this sword together out of bits of broken weapons I found in the temple grounds, bound it together with string and tape, and watched the monks practice to see what I could pick up. After a few weeks of training outside of the usual 10 hours a day, my teacher finally gave in and taught me the first form. I loved it. The beauty and grace of the movement, coupled with the precision stabbing techniques, spoke of what martial arts represents to me. Broadswords, although dramatic and powerful, weren't as clinical. I corrected his grammar there. Wasn't as clinical as inserting the point of a straight blade into vulnerable targets, piercing vital organs, and stealing the life from a human. The more precise the movement, the more refined the attack, and the deadly accuracy one would need to deliver a killing thrust speaks of a higher level of skill and mastery. In feudal Japan, samurai had the katana sword. They also had armor, which offered some protection against blades and arrows. Ninja, on the other hand, didn't have armor. So to compete with samurai, they developed ninjato, which is a straight sword. This also required not only good understanding of the human body and its vulnerabilities, but also the weak spots on the samurai armor. Going blade to blade with a katana, the ninjato was inferior. You couldn't slash with this blade. It had to be the thrust, point first into the gaps in the armor to kill their adversary. This required an incredible amount of skill and calmness to deliver the deadly strike in the heat of an exchange. People say skills pay the bills, but in this case, it was the difference between life and death. Master your weapons, master your technique, but most of all, master the application of your technique. This is where the true skill of the fighter. But dude, the way he was talking about piecing together things on the temple grounds and shit, dude, he made shit up. And we looked up the time when he was 13, and there's no way he was in China because he talked about, there was another post that he had that went from this. And he was talking about his hundreds of amateur fights. And we were looking up amateur, he doesn't have it. He made up his whole life. LARPing on an Instagram post once, and then we were making fun of it. And I think that's where he started his hatred of me. And then I lost the sword. Yeah, she never showed the sword. Please make a video on Shaolin Hardy. I might make a video on Shaolin Hardy, dude. With you being such an MMA fan, does it ever hit you that you've done interviews with 3 world champs? It does, dude. Imposter syndrome for real, yo. It does feel weird when you're switching on a Zoom call and Aspinall's there and Duplessis there. It really does. Pimley, Till. Ancient Dragon of Art and Moicano, of course. Art of Whale Hunting, yeah. If Dana told Tom